Hello, selectors, and welcome to another episode of the Wixoss podcast, also known as the Life Burst podcast. You could tell I was prepped for this opening.
So prepped.
I know, really prepped.
Coming in with such big energy, you go into mile a minute, completely skip over the name of the podcast, but y'all know us, and you know we wouldn't have it any other way. Welcome to the Life Burst podcast.
Yes, we usually talk about the competitive side of Wixoss.
We do.
But today we're taking a backseat on the competitive talk and talking about the more fun side of Wixoss. We're going to be talking about how one pimps their deck out.
Or blings it out. Whichever you prefer.
Yeah. And so let's start with some the question of the podcast, which is, what do you guys do to make your Wixoss decks feel special, more personalized, more showing how you are as a gamer?
Mm-hmm. How do you like to flex?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments section down below. Please like and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Sure. There is three things to say before we fully get into it. The first one is, speaking of showing off your expressions with your own decks, we have some new Lucky Yuki cards here.
Boy, do we.
Yeah, they were Nova. Sadly, they didn't come in time for the ceremony. Otherwise, I might have repped one. But we got two Nova cards here, Tiffany.
They are so cool. I mean, Lucky always does such a great job with these altars, but I mean, look at this. So what you've got here is you've got Nova jamming through the sky, doing a somersault, electricity flying all around her, looking like a bat out of Wixoss.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those nails. I just love, my favorite part about the Lucky Yuki altars is that they really seem to capture, like, the actual attitudes of the Lyrigs.
Yeah.
And not just what they look like, but who they kind of are. Mm-hmm. And then, you guys, we got another swimsuit edition. This one's really cute, too. I love it because not only is it very much taking inspiration from Nova's diamond tattoo, but it also looks like what she would just be wearing under her normal outfit. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's a perfect way to approach this. Like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's already there.
And who else would rock out on an air guitar if you also have an umbrella?
Yeah, the umbrella's cute.
Yeah, overall a really good one. If you guys like Lucky Yuki stuff, I believe they put out a Bang is happening this month, so it's finishing out the Uchu. And speaking of which, you can get an Uchu Playmat. That is a Lucky Yuki specific custom design. So that's another way that you can, show off your love for Wixoss.
Yes.
Second thing I wanted to bring up too is that the selector circuit is still going on. Signups are still happening. We haven't actually started it yet. So if you want to get your chance to play with Tiffany and I, you guys should sign up below. There's also, I'm going to put a link to a video explaining exactly how that tournament series is going to go down. Mm-hmm. ReplayWorks put out a pretty concise and to the point video on this is exactly how this tournament functions. So that way you guys can know the rules and what you're signing up for. I really suggest signing up for it, guys. It is going to be a very cool experience. It's going to be super fun and a good way to cap off 0-3's set meta and going into 0-4's set meta.
Yeah, it's going to be a by selectors, for selectors sunset game of 0-3. Isn't that what you like to call it?
I do love to call it the sunset of it. But speaking of that, we are very into set 0-3 right now. We're in the middle of it, not the end of it. And that goes into the third question before we get into talking about how to bling out your deck. It is, how was your Wixoss week, Tiffany?
Oh, my Wixoss week was pretty interesting. We had a couple games. Two games, yeah. We had one on Wednesday and one yesterday. I'm trying to remember what my placements were. I think I got third and third. And they were both the Wixoss parties, and I ended up playing Harana at both of those.
Yep, and I played Nova and was second and first place. But guys, let me tell you something. One, feels great to have that Archwayne. I want to just say that right at the top. I got denied the Archwayne in the ceremony in my 5th place, not 4th place. But I got me one in the locals.
Yeah.
And they're pretty, man. The Lancelots also very pretty.
Yeah, I really like the Lancelots a lot.
But then also, I will say this: it has been more of a struggle playing Nova than it was in the ceremony. People are aware on how Nova functions. They are teching against it. Mm-hmm. And I'll say this too. I don't know why people think the reign of Hirana is over. It is clearly not, as Tiffany has proved. You've either gotten really close to winning in Nova or just flat out defeated Nova.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a little bit of a mixed bag. Hirana does have a little bit of a tougher time up against decks like Nova. You know, the long game isn't really Hirana's strong point. But No Limit Hirana and you know, No Limit Red deck just isn't a bad deck.
No.
So regardless of whether it's going to be like a full-on win every time or a coin toss, it's still a pretty safe bet in my opinion.
Yeah, those Ceto life bursts are the way to go if you want to play
Ceto and
against
Volcanic, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those have served me well.
And I will say this, like, it just all it takes is one little stumble, right? Like one little stumble of me not getting the right amount of level 1s or the correct level 1s as Nova, or just like I just didn't get a guard until turn 3. Like that's all it really takes to lose.
Yep. Yeah, Nova is a delicate deck.
So, yeah, with that in mind, let's just get into the main topic of today, which is how do we express ourselves in Wixoss?
Well, let's talk about the fact that that we specifically made a really, really hard effort to go to our locals strictly because of the promos.
It's true. I guess the easiest way, we can talk from the inside out, right? We could talk about the most readily available way to do it, which would be the cards, and then work our way out of the boxes, maybe to cases, things like that.
Whoa!
But starting at the front end, yeah, you know, you're not actually pressed for cool ways to flex or show off certain things with your card arts, your literal
like
cards.
within the game itself, like what is actually available to you. Yeah.
Right. And I think a good one, we talk about this all the time, which is like, which is the best guard, right? We made even a joke about how we should make a tier list of like the best guards, even though they're all functionally the same.
I still want to do it. If you guys want to see it, let us know in the comments, because I would like to rank the guards in like, you know, it's very subjective, but
yeah, and it's a heated topic. People have their favorites that they stick to.
For sure.
I like I know it's a VTuber, I don't actually know what her name is, but it's the one with the hat. The guard with the hat.
The guard with the hat.
I know. It's the way I say it, from set 00.
Are you talking about the one that's got like the purple art?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I call it the purple one because she's got like this purple like hexagonal magic,
right,
which is really cool. And that is one of my favorites.
And I'm like an edgelord, so purple is like an edgelord color, so I like that one. And I do have one single guard that is the Foils 00 promo from the very beginning. That's also a VTuber, the one with the
one with the Wacom
the Wacom pen, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's because it's guys. I don't know if you guys. A lot of you haven't been here since the very, very beginning of our podcast, but we actually struggled to get top placements in the top end.
It was tough starting out. You know, set 0 was really odd.
Yeah.
And also like nobody knew who was. It was the Wild Wild West.
It really was the Wild Wild West. And so when and I had an issue where my cards, I ordered them from I'll be honest with you, the Wixoss store, and they just did not come very quickly. And so there was about 3 tournaments that I just didn't have cards for.
Yeah, there were some major shipping issues.
And then so when I finally got my top placement in a tournament, that was my first promo I ever won. So like it's just one of those ones that
it's got a special place for you.
And it's tough too, because playing Nova, right? You actually probably should have all the same guard arts, because if you were to have different arts and then you use a different art than the one that you recurred from your trash, they'll know that you have 2 cards in your hand.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I have to be really conscious when I'm playing with that.
Sounds like a paranoid Nova player to me.
It's true. But so yeah, we've got
I love flexing on guards. Like, oh my god. Well, first of all, I like the original guard, But oh my god, the shiny promo card
Yeah.
is so beautiful. I literally got distracted by it when I was playing a game against another player. Like when they first came out, it was another situation where we were going to all of our locals to try and get a full set of these, and I was able to have like 2 in my deck, and I put one out on the field, and I like stared at it, and my opponent was like, what are you reading? Yeah, like what card do you need to read? And I was like, oh no, sorry, I was just distracted by it's such a shallow thing to say. I'm sorry. But that one and the pink one are my favorites.
Yeah.
But anytime it's shiny, like come on, like who doesn't love a shiny rainbow holographic card?
That's true. And the other thing, you brought up a good point here, is aside from just holo cards, which is one way to pimp out your deck, which by the way, I'm actually not a fan of. I don't love main deck foil cards because then I feel like I need a full set of them to complete it, and then that makes me feel weird. I also don't like their glare sometimes, so I use matte sleeves, which you can talk more about in this afterwards. But
yeah,
matte
that'll be
sleeves
later
for that.
on in the podcast. Yeah.
But speaking of which, yeah, there is a whole idea of flexing as well in Wixoss, where you can take promos that you've won and use those to flex. Like, for example, we have a full set of congratulations Lancelots now.
Yeah, those, I really love those. I mean, I just like the art for them, which is why I really wanted them. But you specifically went after the Arkwin, which is, only for like top placements. But you don't even play Arkwin.
I sometimes play a one-of. I'm testing a lot of different one-ofs in my Nova build right now, but it keeps coming out to being like, well, maybe just the normal Nova build is still the right way to go.
So, but you really wanted to have one so that when you like slapped it down,
my one-of,
your little one-of, it still feels special.
Yeah, and that kind of you can also bring to the Elrig deck itself too, because we're spoiled for choice for level zeros, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's a whole thing too, is that the level zeros, you can have any kind of proxy there as long as you make it clear as to what it is, right? So with level zeros, for example, you can have a Lucky Yuki promo there if you'd like.
And they are great. Definitely check them out.
I told Tiffany that next time she plays Ancient Surprise, she should do it with a Coke can, a Pepsi can, and a Mountain Dew can.
Because technically, I that's the most bizarre thing to me. But I guess technically you can do that.
Yeah.
Like as long as you make it very clear what your level 0 tokens represent, and like the judge is cool with it, then you should totally do that. But it's like you could even make your own.
Yep.
Like if you guys are artistically inclined, there's nothing stopping you from making your own, again, as long as you make it clear what level zeros it is.
Yeah, and for me, I like the Sleepies. We've worked
Sleepies are cute.
really hard on trying to win the Sleepies early on in our Wecross days, and it was difficult to collect them.
That one was tough. Yeah, we went to I'm going to call it locals chasing.
Yeah.
We did locals chasing.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 locals.
Oh man. And we almost kept a spreadsheet being like, okay, if this person got XYZ Sleepies, then that means that this other store might have XYZ, which means we need to go there on this day. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
Like really, guys, that's out of control.
And it's still incomplete. I don't have a Ray or a Musica, and those are the 2 that we need to complete it.
Do we have a Harana and an Akino?
We do now.
Oh,
I got a hold of
Oh,
them.
but we'll never use it in my No Limit
No,
decks
because
I will only use the Christmas promos. Listen to me. Listen. I absolutely love Christmas. And when I saw that the first promo sets that you could get were a No Limit Christmas set, I was like, I don't even care if I never play No Limit. I want those.
It's true. We have won the foil Ray and the foil Akino.
I did not get a foil Harana.
Yeah, but I have gotten one since then through through various promo trading.
Yes, like you do. You trade for it in a trade.
Yeah, I mean we had the non-foil ones, but
yeah.
I mean if we're really trying to bling this out, really show our pride for Christmas, because that's who you are.
Well, I just like it because you say open when you flip your L rigs.
Yeah.
I like saying Merry Christmas instead.
That is a very you thing to do.
It's so funny.
I
It just
do
helps
remember
to break the ice.
you also played Christmas music and played Christmas sound effects when we played last.
I was really trying to tilt you. Did it work?
A little bit, I'll be honest.
One of the other level zeros that we saw one of our friends playing with was the Japanese Nova towel.
Towel ones,
The
yeah.
ones that are textured and scented. And that, to me, was one of the biggest flexes you could do because they're very, very rare and they only came out in the Japanese market.
You gotta import them.
Yeah, you have to import them. So that is not an easy feat. Not to mention, we did sniff it and it does smell good.
It's like roses.
It smells like roses and baby powder, which, you know what? That's incredible, but I'm going to stick with my Christmas promos.
So I think we did a good job of how you can flex out certain level zeros.
There's a lot
right,
of
and things like that.
flexibility with your lyrics.
Yeah.
To flex those out. I mean, outside of even, the game makes it easy. Your level zeros, again, like we just said, you could use a lot of different things for it.
Yeah.
But going up the line through your grow, you can get a lot of shinies just from opening up packs.
True.
So you can have you can open up a regular shiny of your Lyrig, and I think that's the ones that have the
Textured,
crisscross.
yeah. They're the secret rares.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the secret rares. And those are, I'm going to be honest, it's one of the things that blew my mind about Wixoss. I have never in my life seen foiled textured cards
It's true,
before.
yeah.
And they are the coolest thing because they actually add a lot to the art. So whenever I open up a secret rare for a Lyrig I'm running, it goes straight in the deck. Even if I don't have a full set of it, which I know might annoy some people, to each their own, I always run it because I just love seeing it personally.
I agree. And they sometimes they have different palettes, color palettes too, which are pretty cool.
They have parallel art as well.
Yeah.
So you can get one that's textured, and then you could get another one that's textured, but Lovett's wearing purple and is winking. It's so cute.
That's why I actually like the Bang one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's she's got a lot of orange flames and stuff on her stuff instead of green, and I just like that as
or
being...
Madoka will turn pink.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Mm-hmm. So, and that's really nice because it's just already available in the game.
Yep.
You either need to open it or you can trade for it.
And the cool thing about this, the way that Wixoss does it, that some card games don't do it, is you still have functionally available normal versions that are really cheap. Mm-hmm. So you don't need, unless you feel the want to flex in a certain way, you don't need to.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It's very affordable. And even the stuff that you might want to kind of splurge for, I don't know, barring towel, or foiled Christmas English cards, some of them aren't too unaffordable.
Yeah. Tiffany and I, we know there's the secret rares, and we know there's the diva rares, and we know there's the question mark rares. Usually the highest that we go is the secret rares.
Yeah, I don't think we have a diva rare, and I don't think anyone has a question mark.
I've seen them.
I don't believe
it's
you.
crazy. They're cool. They're very cool looking. So they do the etched foils, but they're etched foil sleepies. So they're an extra step further.
Is that all they are?
Yeah.
Or is it...
Yeah, and they also say hello selector on the bottom, which is
that's
cute.
cute. I do like that. So that's what you have for your Lyrig lines as far as the actual cards themselves. What else do you want to talk? I mean, there's the rest of your deck.
What do we encase the cards in? Sleeves.
Inner sleeves, and outer sleeves.
It's strange here because I actually am not much of a flexer when it comes to sleeves. I have my specific lineup I like to use, which is I like to use white Ultra Pro clear sleeves for my Elrig deck because those are the ones that I'm willing to get shiny. And then for my main deck, I want them to be Ultra Pro matte, so
on
they're not
both sides.
They're not, yeah. And I usually use a color that coordinates to what the center's color is. But so I'm not even in my not fanciness, because that is, by the way, guys, like $12 to do that for the deck.
They're really cheap. Like
Yeah.
you can buy Ultra Pros for like $10
Yep.
for like a pack of 100.
And I know some people prefer Dragon Shields. Dragon Shields are a little thicker, so they're a little bit more durable, which is why some people like them a little bit more. But I have a very specific reason as to why I prefer Ultra Pros that are a little thinner. We'll get to that one in a second. But yeah, so I'm actually not that big on making my sleeves blinged out. But you like it.
I didn't think I was gonna be this person, but it turns out I'm this person. Listen, I mean, okay, so here's my reasoning as to how I like kind of fell backwards into this. I don't actually like the Ultra Pro matte sleeves. One, I think that they're really difficult to shuffle because they're super grippy, which that's the reason a lot of people like them. But also, the matte sleeves dim the shiny art I have spent so much time curating for my deck,
Yeah,
and I don't like it.
Again, you can get clear sleeves as well that then aren't...
Sure.
They're not matte, so
I
they
just
don't dim it.
prefer glossy sleeves. And outside of that, I'm playing a card game with cute anime girls. Why would I not get sleeves with cute anime girls?
You're
Come
right.
on.
Or cute
Come
anime
on.
boys. There's
Or cute
equal
anime boys.
opportunity here.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there was a Magic the Gathering sleeves that had some
It's true.
very
Magic the
lovely
Gathering now
designs
does
on
have
them.
some cute anime boys.
Cute anime boys. So, I don't even remember, like, I've sleeved up my Nova with...
Your Nova.
Not my Nova, sorry.
Musica.
Yeah, I sleeved up my Musica deck with, I think it's like a Poppin' Party?
Yeah.
Poppin' Parade
I
something?
think it's called Brush Road Sleeves is the brand.
Oh, yeah, that's it. It's the ones that come in like a clear package. I think they come in like a set of like 60?
Yeah.
Something like that. So you get a little bit extra for a Wixoss deck. And, you know, sometimes the designs are really cute. Like, I also got white Dragon Maid sleeves, and I love Dragon Maid. Like,
Yeah, totally.
It's so cute. And also, keep in mind, I'm very picky. Like, I won't just pick up, like, any sleeve off the shelf. But, you know, the goal, the idea for me is, it's not so much about pimping as it is, like, personal comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's more like, I like seeing it, and I like handling it when I'm playing, so that's why I use it.
Yeah.
And if other people get enjoyment out of it too, that's cool. Although I will say that the sleeves that I used for my Musica deck, they're foiled. Like the girl that's like playing a guitar, she's got like this creepy cute aesthetic, and it looks like she's got like x-rayed ribs with
Yep.
her like the treatment of the foil, and I was like, this will be very cool to take to the ceremony with me. So that's why I bought it. And they're glossy on both sides, so I kind of prefer more like slippy cards because they're easier for me to pick up off the mat. I prefer to have long nails, so they're easier for me to pick up off the mat, they're easier for me to shuffle, and the gloss just enhances the look
Yeah.
of like the shiny cards, of the whatever. And then for my Elrig deck, I think I have, what did we use?
We use Dragon Shields for you.
Yeah, we used clear Dragon Shields, but they're glossy on one side.
Yep.
And then they're matte on the other.
Yeah, matte on the other, but clear, so that way we can still see the Wixoss
We can still
symbol.
see the everything, yeah. So I really like those as well. It really works for
Yeah,
me.
I like that when you play against our locals, everyone calls you a card gore expert because you're shuffling things without outer sleeves.
Card gore?
Card gore, yeah.
Oh.
That's what they call it.
Is that what people have been saying about me?
Yeah, because you're shuffling these art
I mean, they are
sleeves and like
expensive. They're
and
more
you're doing it
expensive.
without an outer sleeve, right? And so for you guys, you could put an outer sleeve on your shield to protect your
art.
your art sleeves. But Tiffany and I are both kind of the mindset of being like, we don't
One
mind when our
sleeve.
sleeves die.
Yeah, one sleeve is enough for me because I don't like thick decks.
Yeah.
I don't. And that's why it was important for us to use the Ultra Pros because they're thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to shuffle like 100 card large EDH deck essentially.
It's true.
From Magic.
Like going from Commander to this, it's like I hate shuffling commander decks, and I love shuffling in this game. There's like a complete difference.
Yeah, it's very manageable. So, oh, that does bring us to the other thing. There's, aside from the regular sleeves, there are like art outer sleeves and inner sleeves.
Yep. So this is
there's the same person that has the level 0 towel Nova also has these outer sleeves that has like gold scrollies on it, so it makes his sleeves look even more like fancy, which is really cool. I haven't been able to find them anywhere. Maybe if I could find them, I would use them. But
I think they're actually at win conditions.
Oh, sweet.
So you could probably pick them up next week if you want to.
Cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're
and,
cool.
and the inner sleeves help protect your investment that you made, because some of these cards are more expensive than others, so you can double sleeve if you want to.
Sure. Triple sleeve, why not?
It's just so thick if you do triple sleeve. I have my
crazy.
commander deck triple sleeved, and it's like, I hate it. But well, because you custom made those sleeves for me, so those are the only ones I actually use outer sleeves for, because I want to
Gotcha.
protect them, because you gave them to me as like an anniversary gift, and I like them.
I did take the time to make that art, and that's the other thing. Again, if you're artistically inclined, there's a lot of places you can go
Inked
to
Gaming.
make custom sleeves.
Yeah, Ink Gaming's one.
Ink
The other one
Gaming
is
does.
Dragon Shields customs that you can do.
Does Ultra Pro do customs too?
Nope, just
No.
those two.
Okay, so those are the places you can go to get your own sleeves printed if you're really picky like me and you just can't find anything you like and you don't want a flat color. So
Just make it.
just make it. And that also goes for the inner sleeves.
It's true. So there is, and I can't remember the website, but as a Magic follower, I saw this was a thing, that there are actually printed inner sleeves that you can get. And that's, you might be thinking, why would I have printed inner sleeves? And the answer is because it allows you to alter your cards to whatever you'd like them to be.
without actually damaging the cards.
Right, so there's still tournament available. Like if someone's like, you can't use your alters, you can just unsleeve the inners. And a lot of people do that for Magic the Gathering for their commander, right? Like they do that to keep their commander in tip-top shape, but also they want, for example, I don't know, the Baron to be a picture of them instead. So they got it Baron von Count custom made to look like them. It's a really dumb thing I've done in my life, but it's fun, right? Like, and you can get printed on an inner sleeve, so that way you can slide it in there.
Sleeve it right on.
Yeah, and that might be a thing that might be up your alley as well if you guys want to do that. But you have to be a little bit inclined in digital art, make the template yourself,
Or commission an artist.
yeah.
Yeah.
And get it done that way.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. I've never seen anyone do that in Wecross, but
Not in Wecross,
I would
not
be
yet.
I'd be stoked to see something like
Yeah, it would be really cool. It's so cool how people kind of make their like board presence.
that. Right. Like if I had an unlimited funds, Lord knows I would put like a pumpkin head on literally every card. Like I'd make a digital version that there'd be just a pumpkin head on everything.
So funny. That would be hilarious. I would love that. Speaking of board presence, what do you play on
Well,
that you can flex?
All right, so
Or bling, or just make a little special.
you know, I like playmats, and I like, you can get custom playmats also from Inked Gaming if you want. Those are the places that I would prefer to go, and we've done that. We have a Life Burst podcast playmat, and
if you've played against us in the ceremony, you know exactly what it looks like. It's like it's like your typical playmat dimensions with a big old Life Burst symbol on it.
and then
like our logo.
And then we thought it would be fun to put "May you always flip a Life Burst" our
In our
motto
Life Burst
in the
as
Life
you
Burst
flip
area
it.
as we flip it.
I mean, we're also weirdos, and we like having our zones outlined.
I love having the zones outlined.
I don't think I could ever play any other way, to be honest.
Every time I play with a different playmat, you know, like, because we did various placements at the ceremony. We'd get our playmat, and I'd be like, yeah, I want to show this off for one day or something, so I'd play on it.
It's a little hard to play on.
Because they're smaller too, it just
Yeah.
is a little more difficult, but it's also harder because there's no zones.
Yeah.
And I know where all the zones are, I just like having them.
Yeah, I just like having a visual
It's
representation.
literally one less thing I need to think about while I'm doing gameplay.
Which, in Wecross, if you guys know, there actually is a shocking amount of things to track, which, you know, it's just everybody misses something in every game.
Yeah.
So, but that's the mats that we prefer to play with. There's a bunch of places that you can get Just any kind of mat that you want. Like you said, Inked Gaming is a really good place, especially if you want to make a custom mat like we did. Also, Wixoss store sells their mats that also have the zones on them. It's a little different, but it's the same basic concept, and I actually like those as well. It's what we started with. And then you have the mats that you can win at the ceremony, which you said. I mean, the art on those is
fantastic.
Yeah. Don't they say congratulations as well?
They do. So it's like if you really want to keep flexing and being like, I'm the winner here.
So special.
Yeah, which I like. I gotta be honest, I like, right? I took it to work, and in my office, I've got the playmat down that I won, my Uchu playmat. I traded my top 32 playmat for an Uchu playmat. But top 16 feels like it works. But I got the Uchu playmat now, and I like it. It goes with my office. So I put it in the office as a way to flex in my office, and everyone comes in and they see it and they're like, I don't know what that is. And I go like, it's great.
Side note, outside of Wixoss, I really like using playmats as mouse pads.
That's true. And they also keep your keyboard.
It keeps your keyboard in place, and then you have all this extra space. You're not running off the edge of a mouse pad. They're just a good investment, y'all. Like, even if you get like a black one, it's just like, like just plain, doesn't even have to be fancy.
It's true.
They're great.
One of the playmats I won.
They make cards easier to pick up. It's just
one of the playmats that I won for Magic the Gathering. I won as a complete joke, Tiffany. I ran a deck that was not supposed to win the tournament, but I teched against the best deck in the format at the time, and I played 7 rounds of literally up against just that deck. So I won every single time, and so I managed to get a top placement in it. Nice. And because I was like, I don't deserve this. Our dog ate on that playmat for many years.
Yeah, we made it like a pet mat, like so disrespectful. Anyway, so that's one of the ways that you can customize your gaming experience on the field side of things. What else can we do? I personally have made the investment to buy specific dice for how I like to play Wixoss. Because there's so many things going on. Sometimes you just need some good old-fashioned 6-sided reliable counters.
Just a reminder, right?
Just a reminder.
This is plus 4,000, this is negative 4,000.
Especially with playing a deck like Musica that is like minusing and sometimes you're plussing or things get, whatever. I bought like 4 green and 4 red 6-sided dice.
It's true.
That has like not like the dots on it either, like with the numbers, so it's like really, really clear. And I use the green as like plus this, and then the red as minus this. And then I have 2 clear ones, which, I was just, the way that you bought it, you like bought like a little pack of like 9 that you could like pick out of a bucket or whatever. So I was just like, well, I guess I'll, I get these 2 as well.
The funny thing is the green and the red does make sense, and it does make actually a difference. Like I've started using them, and yeah, it does make a difference.
I know. I have to like ask for them back, dude.
I know, and it makes sense, just right. Green grow, red is minus.
Yeah.
Although I do like that it's still Christmas colors for you.
I mean, it wasn't on purpose. Like, Christmas is just a perfect holiday. What can I say?
You guys tell, because it
is
like
ones have like
nightmare.
White swirlies in them too. Like it just like
it's so Halloween versus Christmas in this household.
It's not even versus. I like Halloween. You're just a Grinch.
Yeah, but you won't let me go into Christmas with my Halloween.
Yeah, no, it doesn't belong there. You know this. Enough about our house wars.
And another thing that you can do is I actually really like the pop outs that you can get from the boxes.
Oh yeah, these little like tokens.
Yeah. Things that say Lancer, things that say Can Attack.
These are great.
Frozen.
And I mean, I guess they are a little bit of a flex because you can only get these if you open a box yourself.
Yeah.
Like they come right on top of the packs right when you open the box. And we've opened.
Of course, we've all got the friends that are like, I bought a case.
I don't need
and you're
these.
Like, can I have 3 of those three of those box things then?
These are so helpful though. And it is cool that like for the art, for like whatever the ability is,
Yeah.
it has like that character on it. So right now I'm looking at the token that's got Musica on it, and it's the under attractive
Yeah.
to show like the center lane is getting negative 2,000 on the opponent's turn.
Yeah, so the under attractive is actually to a card called under attractive. We never use it for that.
Yeah, we never.
We only ever use it to denote, okay, the Musica lane is now getting negative 2,000.
Yeah. Or there's like an Umar freeze, there's also an Uchu freeze, there's an Odd
Yeah.
Lancer. So it's cool to like have these little tokens like with your favorite characters on them doing the things that they're designed to do. I don't know, it feels like a more immersive game when
Yeah,
you use them.
specifically,
They're annoying
I
to
use
tag around though.
I use all the Uchu ones. You know, it wouldn't be annoying, and I know this is a super sexist comment, but I know it wouldn't be annoying if you had the same kind of jeans that like guys get,
Pockets?
aka with pockets.
Pockets?
Yeah. And I'm not saying just the pockets, but also the little pocket that guys get.
That's true.
Because you can actually stash them in there. And it's like super easy to pull out
You
and
guys
play
know the
with.
pockets we're talking about, right? Like it's usually on the right side, it's in jeans, and it's this teeny
a
tiny
tiny
pocket
pocket.
that you can like stick your thumb in
Yeah.
and nothing else.
So they work for that, and I like
I don't
them
have
for
any
that.
jeans that have that.
So yeah.
I really need to just buy a fanny pack, to be honest.
Yeah, but you gotta wear it on
Anyway.
your chest now. That's where the cool spot
Right,
is.
got it.
But yeah, no, I like them too, and I use the Uchi ones. In fact, sometimes to decide who goes first, we take like MC Lion and a like Tamago, and we like go under the table and like shoo,
And then,
shuffle
you
them,
know-
be like, all right, pick one, and then it's like
Whoever's like character it is gets to go first.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different uses for them. I really like to have them. I know to each their own, but you know, if you just want to add a little something extra. Going back to the dice as well, I like to use six-sided dice just because like the negatives and minuses that tend to stick are not above like negative 12,000. However, I have seen players use like a 12-sided die so that they can just like put it over their card's power level and just be like, this is the new power level.
And the cool thing you can do too is you can give it like if you wanted to do six-sided dice, you could do multiple sets of it. So with like Buffalo, for example, which gets a plus 4,000 for various different reasons. Sometimes I like to use like several six-sided dice to be like, it's getting 4,000, 4,000, and then a 5,000 from
Lots of
Osamu
math.
Getsun.
Yeah.
So that way I can be like, you can see that they come from different sources. because
Yeah,
they're
like as
physically
they're being
separated.
placed on the board, yeah. I don't know, it's helpful for me. It also makes the board a little bit more like visually interesting. Like
Yeah.
since we're talking about like, you know, just Wixoss aesthetics. Like I really like the look of it. It's very helpful and it just makes, you know, the game a little bit more interesting. What else is there?
Boxes. We love boxes.
Oh, we do love boxes. Yeah, what are you gonna carry all your gear in?
Yeah,
huh?
it's true. And one of the things that Tiffany and I do, and this comes I think partially from me. I don't like having a lot of bulk on me at any point in time. It comes from like Magic the Gathering where I had a whole big backpack and then I'd have to worry about like lugging this thing around, make sure no one's taking something, and like, oh, my water bottle's in there. I don't like bulk on me anymore. I like to have something easy to hold on me and that does not weigh me down. And that comes to a little bit of a point with our deck boxes. We both have boulders,
Yep.
40 plus boulders. So they barely fit in single sleeved Wixoss
It's
decks.
a very tight fit when you sleeve them. But I like that. And the reason why I like that is because you squeeze everything in, it's a really tight fit, and then when you slap the cap on, it's not going to rattle around.
Yep.
It's just like a nice, like, dense stack of cards that's protected. And the really nice thing about boulders, I've never had a boulder before this game. The really nice thing about boulders is, you know, they're plastic, but they have like that really like nice satin finish to the top of them. So they don't feel like that slippy, cheap, like this could crack at any moment plastic. And they come in all different colors, which is really cool. So we can like color coordinate
It's true.
our
It's
like
true.
decks.
We got 2 of every color of the 40 plus boulder. So that way we could be like, oh, I'm playing a white red deck today, and we could take a red and a white
Yeah.
and slap them together, and then like, oh, we've got a white red box. We're telling everyone how to defeat us. Then now they're going to see our boulders and know exactly what we're playing.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's not like you can sideboard in this game anyways.
Well, one of the cool things, and this is your idea, that you did was you got vinyl stickers.
I did.
For them.
I got them off of Etsy, which is a pretty great place to find something... Decals, yeah. Etsy is a good place to find really, 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 really specific things that you're looking for that somebody will make for you. So I found, like, the shattered silver foil kind of look for these, like, they look like Cardcaptor Sakura wings.
Like chibi angel wings.
Like chibi angel wings with the little swirls and then it, like, goes out. So I have those glued onto one of my boulders. And then for Andrew, I got him, like, the same sort of silver hollow, but a set of 3 different bat wings.
Yeah.
So on the front of our boulders, we have these, like, you know, silver wings, like one of them's cute, one of them's spooky, whatever. But the boulders are semi-transparent. Mm-hmm. So what I like to do is I like to have all of my cards, but right in the front of the boulder, I like to have, like, my level 3 Larig facing outward, and then the wings look like it's on the Larig.
Yeah.
What?
I specifically use the level
cute.
zeros, and it's because the level 0 sleepies are like they're put on the perfect position to make it look like they have bat wings coming out of them back now. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I as much as I'm, like, kind of like a plain guy for that type of thing, like, that's still something that literally every time I'm done playing a game, I coordinate it to make sure that my sleepy's on the front so that I can do them.
I do the same thing. And that's the other cool thing about boulders is that because they're semi-transparent, you can, like, kind of show off your art. They do make a clear one, like one that's just straight up clear. It doesn't come in the 40 pack size, which is a little disappointing, but they do have one that's just, like, straight up transparent. So if you've got, you know, decked out Larig that you want to put on the front, like, congratulations, I don't know, Arquin that you can show off in the back, or some, like, fantastic, like, triple custom sleeved whatevers that you want to show off, and then just, you want to, I don't know, sticker the outside to show your love of the game, then you can totally do that.
We also have a boulder that I got a bunch of really kawaii like band-aids for. Yeah. And I'm going to put
that off of Etsy.
I'm going to put that on the cube. Eventually you guys will hear this cube episode that I'm making for Wixoss. It's a draftable battle box that you can play your, like, one other player with and draft Wixoss stuff in. But that's what I'm going to do on that one just cuz I think it's funny.
Yeah, I think it's super cute.
And then, of course, there's other different boxes you can. There's tons. There's so many options, right? You've got, like, Aaron Kane wooden boxes if that's the thing you're into. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different metal boxes that you can get that are like tins. Mm-hmm. I've seen some people, like, bring stuff in soap boxes and it makes their cards smell good, so they do that kind of thing too,
like a sleeve of, like, ivory or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And so there's a bunch of cool different ones. One of the funnier ones you can get, there's a deck box that is made to look like a milk crate, or like a milk box, you know.
That's cute.
So there's a ton of different ways that you can customize your boxes to make them cool. One of our friends who plays Magic has literally a dumpster, like a miniature
like
dumpster.
Like a little trash can.
That he keeps his stuff in. And he's like, oh yeah, this is my trash jank deck, you know? It's
this is garbage, but...
so there's, like, tons of ways that you can make that into your own thing. I think we inevitably ordered the academic from the professor.
Tellurian Community College.
Yeah, because it can hold 2 boulders, and then it can hold our
like
can
a
also
sideboard
hold our
and the
tokens.
dice and tokens. Yeah.
So
it looks great quality. I can't wait to get it. There's we ordered that one because we know it's going to be really good quality.
Yep.
There's also, what is it? I think Ultra Pro also makes ones that are similar to that, where they're sewn and they have, like, a metal, like, clasp and everything, or you can get, like, the little plastic ones. I don't really like those, though.
I guess the easiest way to be, like, if you want to express yourself with deck boxes, you should check out probably the Community College channel, because he has a bajillion and a half reviews on deck boxes, and they all work.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
But his deck box and sleeve reviews are pretty legendary.
Yeah. if you learned anything from us, maybe try out the Boulders 40s, but that's only if you single sleeve. If you
That's
do
only
double
if
sleeves,
that's not for you double, triple sleevers out there.
you gotta.
You're gonna
upgrade
want
to
the
60.
60s or something even larger. But they are good. I like them a lot.
And the other thing that I do, I'm the one who carries around the bag for our tournaments, right?
Yeah.
And I have a slim messenger bag. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like the same type of bag that you would take on a bike.
Yeah, it's like a satchel, but you strap it across your back, and
Yeah.
it like lays flat.
And it has another buckle, so that way you can securely plant it to your back, so it can't really be moved.
Like 3 points of contact.
And I like that because it's got just enough room for me to carry, and to be clear here, a small trade binder. And I mean a small trade binder, not a big one. It can carry two two Playmats, and it can carry on two of its pockets one of each of our boulders, and then I can fit in one or two more decks if I'm trying to bring something for a friend to borrow. But it only carries that, right? Which is always why people are like, oh, well, where's all your trade binders? Oh, do you have your proxy decks? And I'm like, no, I don't have any of those things on
we
me.
have like a 6x9 trade binder because we're not opening up cases. Like we don't have like whole play sets of things to trade. So I got this little, it's like a little 6x9. It holds like 4 cards a page. And I got it in pink because come on.
And it was blank pink.
It was blank pink, and I decided to scoot my little butt over back to Etsy, and I got a really lovely, like, holographic vinyl with these big, like, anime eyes that are, like, all sparkly, and underneath it says, no waifu, no laifu, and I was like, this is my waifu binder.
Yeah, clearly.
So, I mean, that's just another, if you want to, like, have a great presentation for, your trade binder, you could do something like that.
But again, it's how you express yourself,
Maybe
right?
I'm just weird.
Like, at home, we've got a bigger binder that has more of our theoretically playables.
It's more like my personal collection, because I like collecting one of each Lorig. Like, each grow, each, like, level 0, especially, like, one of each promo, just, like, for my personal collection. That way I always have something to either try out or throw together.
Yeah, it's more like a victory scrapbook.
It's a victory scrapbook. That's correct. I love that victory scrapbook.
And so it's nice. And that one actually is, I think, the Midnight Hunt one, because it had a bunch of constellations on it, and we thought it was fitting.
It's got like the, I don't know, I guess you could call it like an astrolabe almost.
Magic terms, it's called the Celestis.
Celestis. It's cool looking.
It is cool.
It's not quite as cute as the other one, but it's fine.
Yeah. But there's a ton of different ways that you can carry your stuff with you, right? Like, while we're on that topic, like, you can get a big old backpack and just dump things in, which we have. And you said once we took a vacation and I brought all of our
Wixoss you just had a big black backpack, and you had like our 2 bulk boxes, all of our proxy decks, all of our, like, ready-to-play decks, the dice that we usually use, all of our counters, some extra sleeves, and, like, our 2 playmats. And I was like, I mean, that's a lot. Yeah. It's heavy.
Just fit it all in there.
Oh.
And also, speaking of that, all of our proxy decks are actually, I custom make them.
You do.
I think they're fun to have custom Wixoss stuff.
Yeah, there's
so they are basically versions of the starter decks that you get. Like, they're the same design, but then I change the colors up and print them out on a little bit of a thicker cardstock, and then I double-sided tape them.
Yeah, you kind of like paper cord them together. You've got like the typical No Limit one, but then we've got one with Ray on the front, one with Bang on the front. They're really cool. We actually get a lot of compliments on them, but you can just like make it yourself in Photoshop and print it out. If you really want to be like, if you're super into DIY, it's a cool way to go.
Yep, absolutely. And so you can carry your stuff in a huge backpack if you want to. I think I've seen some people carry around like their stuff in the like almost like the Grubhub backpacks that you can get.
The square ones?
The square ones that have a rigid bottom. And that actually is kind of cool, because you can put all your boxes that are rectangle shaped in there, and it'll hold them correctly.
Yeah, I had never seen one like that before until like yesterday. First of all, it's like big, and I was very like concerned for the person's back because I wouldn't want to carry that despite having no pockets on the regular. But it had like a really cute like anime design on the front, and I was like, oh, that does make a lot of sense. Like if you're carrying square things, maybe you should have a
square box.
Square box.
Yeah. There's also there's these at Home Depot you can get these like toolkits that are meant for putting like nails or like nuts and things like that in them. But they're actually the perfect size for decks. So you can put decks in them
about,
as
like,
well.
The clear case
Yeah,
with
yeah,
like
yeah.
the slats in it. Yeah, you can also pick up something like that at like a local craft store. Like sometimes they'll have like organizers that you can like custom make. Like you can kind of customize like the sizes of everything that you want in there, and it's the same concept as that.
Yeah.
Where you can like a lot of people like to put their like bulk cards in there just so that they like have them on hand, but then they're all in one place. So we kind of prefer like a little bit more of like a soapbox method, I guess.
Yeah, well, we've got the Magic the Gathering fat
Like,
packs or bundles, I guess they're called now, and
Isn't it a booster box?
No, it's a
Oh, it is a fat pack.
It's a fat pack.
Yeah, it's like the rectangular ones.
Yeah, and I have almost 4 of every common and rare, not secret rares or the like special ones. Like we can't afford to have all those.
Yeah.
But I've got like 4 of basically all the bulk that you could get from a booster box, and as of set 3, where we're at right now, we've basically filled up two fat packs. So it's one of the reasons why I'm making that cube is so I can take some of that bulk
out of there. Yeah. Yep. I don't know that I have any other way to pimp out a deck. Maybe just player attitude.
I guess you could dress up like an Elrig. Why not? That would be fine. Do it.
No, I say but a really, really good friend of mine did make me an MC Lion hat, and I wear that to every ceremony for good luck. So, not like people can see it because of the way that the camera angles, they're just like down on the... It's for me, okay? But I do really love that hat. So maybe get yourself some like cool gamer gear if you really want to rep like your favorite Wixoss character.
I will put it out into the universe.
Oh.
If anyone ever offers to make me a Tamago dumb mascot costume, I will wear it.
Babe, you're gonna be so hot in that.
I know. I will still wear it.
Oh my god.
I will go to a convention in it. I'll shave. I'll wear the wig and everything. No one will know. I'm just gonna be a big fluffy monster, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I guess that would be the last point that you
I don't know how I would play because I'd have big fluffy monster hands. So
magnets?
yeah, how does Tamago play Wixoss? Does she have Velcro?
Well, first of all, it's digital. Nobody actually like touches their cards really. But second of all, like she also like holds her drumsticks in her claws. Like she's clearly practiced in this.
Oh yeah, she's very practiced.
She's very practiced. Like it doesn't also as a person that enjoys longer nails, it's not impossible to function with these, okay? Just because you can't do it doesn't mean we can't do it.
Yeah, but she has paws, not claws. Paws.
Like she lacks a thumb. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, guys, that's how we like to bling out our deck, flex, and make our Wixoss experience a little bit more customized and suited to us. I would like to make a disclaimer that none of the products that we've mentioned in this podcast is being we're not sponsored by absolutely anybody.
No.
So we're telling you guys this because we like these products and they might work for you. And if you want to check them out, that's totally up to you. We won't get any kickback from it. It makes no difference to us.
But if you do try them out and you're like, you know what, you guys showed me this thing and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Or if you use something totally different that we haven't mentioned, because I'm always up for trying new things.
Yeah.
You know, I can never not want. Just not want.
And that's true. We like our Wixoss experience to be an experience.
Yeah.
You know.
So, with that said, Andrew, do you have any closing thoughts?
I just hope that the audience out there always flips a life burst.
Thank you so much for listening. I will see you next time. Goodbye, selectors.
Bye!